and judging from the cards already discarded, the odds of someone beating him were low. This boosted his confidence, but the calmness on his brother's face seemed to remind him maybe the kid really had a strong hand. Otherwise, as a poor man, why would he risk everything? The man hesitated for a moment, but in the end, he also put his house deed on the table. No matter what, even if his hand wasn't the strongest, as long as he dared to bet, he would win. His property was located downtown, making it even more valuable. This meant that for the younger brother to keep up, he had to put up a bet worth $1.5 million. During the last round, the younger brother was already hanging on by a thread. Now the stakes rose again. It was too late to back out. Luckily, his fiancée had another property. Together with some emergency online loans, they barely scraped together the money. At this point in the match, neither side had any way out. The man thought his brother had reached his limit and would flip his cards to decide the outcome. But the younger brother said the game was far from over. That money was only for raising the stakes. The man finally lost his temper. He thought his brother had gone insane. He had only intended to play for fun, but now he was being dragged into it, forced to take it seriously. Even for him, coming up with another $1.5 million was no small task. The watching relatives began to murmur. They wondered how the man would raise that much money. To everyone's surprise, he pulled out documents of company shares under his name, more than enough to match the $1.5 million bet, but he wasn't done. He took out his phone and started taking out online loans, eventually scraping together nearly another $1.5 million. He bet the full $3 million, stacking the chips even higher. Now the overwhelming pressure was on the younger brother. His family had already put everything on the line. Coming up with another $3 million was almost impossible. All he could do was admit defeat. Seeing the hopeless situation, even the younger brother's father nearly passed out. Yet the younger brother remained calm and composed, as if everything was unfolding exactly as he had expected. Because his real trump card was never the little bit of wealth he owned, but the family and relatives who had endured years of mockery from the man. And now was the perfect moment for their anger to erupt. The younger brother revealed his true hand and used it to borrow money from the relatives for a final raise. The once smug man panicked completely, because his hand might actually be weaker than his brother's. If they managed to pull the funds together, he would lose everything. Now it was too late to regret. The seeds of bitterness had long been planted, and the bitter fruit he would have to taste himself. The moment he placed the car keys on the gambling table, a war had begun.